think we're live. So I'm really excited for the few weeks. I'm really excited to have you here for this new series that I've put together. This is completely new content. And it's going a little deeper into the work that I do with my clients. But I felt it was time to bring this to all of you, essentially. And then if you want to go deeper, then we can always work together. So in this series, I'm going to show you how the vastness of your body is the gateway to what I call your miracle self, your sovereign self. It's the gateway to your most unique genius and to creating more money than you've ever had before. But not just more money, more joy, more aliveness, more spaciousness, more freedom. Because the truth is, I focus on money because money sells, but most of us want money because we want something else. We want the freedom, we want the ease, we want the joy, we want the aliveness. So in this series, we're going to explore how to essentially break through your upper limit of receivership by liberating your body, because embodied freedom always leads to all the other types of freedom: time freedom, emotional freedom, as well as financial freedom. Your body is literally a portal. It's a portal to peace, to pleasure, and to more profits. And how spacious, how relaxed, how open your body feels is literally a measure of your capacity to lead yourself powerfully through the ups and downs of success. It's a measure of how well you'll be able to stay the course when the going gets rough. And it's also a measure of your capacity to receive abundantly without contracting or without feeling overwhelmed by it. Hence the title of this series, Boundless Body, Boundless Money. In the Expansion Experience Somatic Mastermind, which is my program, the focus is oftentimes on releasing any resistance that your body holds towards success, towards creating the results you want, towards money. And then as you're doing that, as you're releasing resistance, you're also activating the wisdom in your body so that you can be led and you can be in partnership with your body in bringing your highest vision to life. And that means, creating the exact life or business model and the offers that are fully aligned with you and really make you feel spacious and alive. It's also about discovering unique pathways, unique strategies, and ways to step into your most expensive self, your most expensive life, and to become visible, to market, to create an impact that moves you and your business forward. So one of the big issues I have with the market nowadays is everybody's trying to teach other people how to do it their way. But that shit doesn't work. You have your own unique blueprint coded within you as to what's going to work and what's going to deliver the most joy and the most ease in the process of activating and achieving your goals. And so when we're really releasing resistance and we're activating the wisdom of the body and getting the body to essentially be our ally and our partner in creating this wondrous life, this wealthy business, what we're doing is we're actually allowing ourselves to come into alignment with the path that was designed exactly for us. And then the third thing that's happening here when we're releasing resistance and we're activating the body as a partner we're expanding also our capacity to get paid and to bring in the amount of money you want without overwhelm, without doubt, without sabotage, and without significant sacrifice to yourself. So, welcome to today's training. This is the art and the practice of rewiring yourself so you can rest and relax into abundance, because money work, as I like to say, is body work. So before I dive into the meat of part one, I want to take a minute to introduce myself in case you're new here. And then I want to briefly tell you about a special offer for you and I to go deeper and work together if you feel called to. So for those of you who don't know me, hi, I'm Ilsa. Feel free to say hi to me. Let me know where you're watching this from. I'm in Boulder, Colorado. I live here with my husband and our 2 dogs. And I'd love to hear from you. It's always really nice to connect. And I will reply back or get back to you. So personally, I'm a total spiritual nerd. I'm a little bit of a hermit. I'm a dog mama, as I stated. I'm a true nature lover. Being outside is my happy place. And I am a bookworm, but I'm a bookworm in a way that's potentially problematic. Essentially, if you want to know where you can find me on the weekend, if the weather is nice enough, I'm sitting outside with my dogs reading a book, or I'm walking with my dogs listening to a book. That tends to be how I spend my off time. Professionally, for the last 20 plus years, I've worked as a psychotherapist, an expansion expert, and a strategist, helping high-level service providers and transformational leaders to rewire their nervous system, their brain, their bodies, and their businesses for easeful growth, for consistent results, for deeply nourishing as well as exciting levels of money in their lives. So I essentially help them be more, create more, receive more, without second guessing themselves, without stressing out and stressing themselves, and without sabotaging their progress and their process. So if that calls to you, I want to let you know that next month, so in March, all of March, I'm doing a March Money and Miracle special, where my somatic mastermind, the expansion experience, is going to be at a somewhat significant discount, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars off. Actually, I think the VIP level is even like over $1,000 off. So if you want to check it out, I actually put a Google link to just a simple document that describes everything you get and what the philosophy behind the work is, and tells you about the pricing and such. I put that in the description of this video so that you can check it out. Integrity, transparency are one of my values. I'm not hiding anything. Everything is cleared. And I actually checked and changed the prices already, so you can actually get in early if you feel called to. All right, let's get started. So the first thing I want to say to you, for you to keep in mind, because I think there is sometimes a lot of shame when it comes to money, and it comes to how much we do and how much of our time we spend for money. And so the first thing I want you to realize is that receiving is an embodiment practice. It's a muscle that most of us have not been taught to exercise. On the contrary, we have been taught to not exercise it. We have been taught that wanting more, asking for more, we have been taught that receiving itself isn't safe because it's going to come at some kind of cost. And so over time, in this culture, our body learns to resist and block receiving, or it learns to make it really hard, so that if we do get a lot, at least we had to work really hard for it and we don't feel shame around it. So in this work, what we're essentially doing is we're activating the body's ability, or reactivating, because I actually feel like the body always knew how to do that and then it was conditioned out of us. So we're reactivating the body's ability to receive more and to get on board. We're teaching the body to get on board with the results, the outcomes we desire without cost. So there's two sides to this. One, we are helping the body become a match for what we want and to start to feel relaxed and open enough to receive without shame, without fear. And two, we're teaching the body that it can be easeful, it can be enjoyable, it should be enjoyable. It was meant to be enjoyable, and to release this habit that we have of making things hard. Essentially, to create what we truly desire, we have to reteach the body to be free, to be open, to be so vast and spacious that there's plenty of space for more to come in. We are also reclaiming that innate sense of deservingness and enjoyment that most children have. And when you put that together, a really relaxed, open, free, spacious body that feels safe with that innate sense of desire, that innate sense of deserving and enjoyment, what you're creating is you're creating a perfect recipe to feel safe to receive more. And it's not just about receiving more from out there, like money, clients, a partner in your life, whatever it is that you want. But it's also about feeling safe to receive your own wisdom and your own guidance, your own creativity from within. Because what happens is that when we get conditioned to start to armor and to start to close off, we're not just closing ourselves off from the external world and being in resistance to the external world. We're actually like constricting the flow of our own internal life force as well. That means our intuition, our different ways of knowing, our innovation, our creativity, our flow, all of that gets constricted. So the body, when truly open, truly relaxed, is an antenna. It's a compass, and it's the receiver, the creator, and the holder of what you want. It is essentially what defines your capacity. Not only your capacity to receive it and hold it, but also your capacity to know how to get there. For most of us, when we're doing like somatic work, or we're trying to figure out a goal, we're trying to figure out the how from up here. And the truth is, the brain is not wired to be able to know the how of something that doesn't exist yet. The brain is wired to know how to handle circumstances in the moment, which is why worry is a complete waste of time to some degree or another. And which is also why when some shit does come up, you figure out and know what to do very quickly in that moment, because your brain is wired that way. What's interesting here is that the body actually has the capacity, it's almost like a quantum, like in your body, you have time, all of time in your body. You have your entire ancestors here, but you also have access to the future. Like when you think of a future version of you and you think of a future life, your body feels it, your body can connect to it. So when you activate the body, when you bring the body back into a sense of openness and to be essentially on board and in aliveness, not only do you expand your capacity to receive, but you actually start to activate your capacity to receive the steps towards your goal, the most aligned, the most expedient path to your goal. So your body cannot guide you. It cannot allow you to receive what you desire if it's filled with tension, if it's closed off, armored, or in a freeze response due to conditioning, due to trauma, due to just chronic tension that we have held over years that has become a habit. So this is a rewiring process. The thing I want you to keep in mind is that your body is a portal. It is a calibration machine, especially when it comes to your goals and to your desires, to the results you want. When you're looking, and this is a process I do in my program with my clients, but when you're looking at a specific goal or a specific result you're trying to create or an outcome you desire in your life, and you go into the body, it will literally show you what parts of you are still stuck in limitation, are still stuck in doubt, which parts of you are serving the past and essentially an old version of you rather than who you desire to be. When you go in the body, you're going to find all the wounds that are still there and still activated that will literally get in your way and sabotage your process and your progress. Simultaneously, it will also show you all where you are and all the parts of you that are anchored in possibilities, that are open to more, that are rooted in trust, and that are essentially serving the future you want. And so when you go into the body, you have access to all of you. You have access to the past and the wounds of the past. You have access to the possibilities of the future. And you get to start to combine and move both of those two together so that you're bridging the gap. You're essentially taking two different realities and bringing them into one. When you're working in the body at this level, through tension and constriction, your body is going to show you where you're still holding a no. Like your mind thinks you want to go, but your body's not on board. So you can't actually get past sabotage, get past resistance in your mind. All of it is held in the body. At the same time, the reverse is also true. When you're working with the body in terms of goals, your body will show you what's a true yes, where your expansion lives, where aliveness is in your body, so that you can literally start to grow that yes and start to shrink that no. When you're trying to achieve a specific goal and you're bringing the body on board with that goal, the more you can feel the desire in your body, the more you can feel a sense of excitement, of aliveness, of spaciousness around your goal, a yes in your body, the more it will feel natural for your body to create it, to receive it, and to hold it. So what we're really doing with this work is we're taking a goal that you have, whether it's a business goal, whether it's a personal goal, and we're really teaching the body how to get fully on board and to be a full yes. When you can get the body, the entirety of the body, to feel alive, to feel nourished by what you want to create, to feel safe with what you want to create, that's when your compass, your inner guidance really gets activated and you start to get very clear ideas, very clear guidance as to which direction to go. When you rewire your body to feel boundless and to start to truly relax and come alive and feel safe with achieving your goals and receiving what you desire, there are 4 things that are happening in your body that we're working on. The first one is calibration. So the more, as I stated, the more aliveness, the more pleasure, the more peace and spaciousness you can feel in your body in response to what you want to create, in response to your goal, the more that is your body's way of letting you know that it is becoming a match for that. It is calibrating for that, that it is on board with your desire and essentially aligning itself with your desire. So more aliveness means more alignment, more calibration. The second thing that we're working on in the body at this level is capacity and sustainability. So once again, the degree of internal and somatic yes, the degree of relaxation in your body, the degree of pleasure in your body in regards to your goal or to what you're trying to create is literally letting you know how much capacity your body has to receive and hold it. Like, are you going to be able to receive it, to hold it, to have it, to replicate it with ease, without making it hard, without sabotage, without overwhelm? So the more yes, the more relaxation you feel in your body when you're actually planning for your goal, thinking of your goal, essentially dropping your goal in your body, the more your body is also telling you, not only am I getting in alignment with it, but I'm expanding my capacity to receive it so that I can hold it without feeling overwhelmed. So calibration, capacity. The third thing that's happening here that we're working on in the body is safety and the end of self-sabotage. So the more aliveness, the more spaciousness, the more relaxation you can feel in your body around something specific you're in the process of creating, essentially the less resistance or fear your body and your nervous system is going to have in response to it. The more it's going to start to trust it, the more it's going to start to feel safe with it. And to some degree, safety and the end of sabotage is a ripple of the first two. When your body's calibrated to what you want and your body feels like it has the capacity to hold it, then it has significantly less resistance to it. Most of our resistance, most of our fear, most of our self-sabotage really comes from a place where oftentimes wanting and having what we desire feels too much, or it feels like it's going to come at too big of a cost. And so something puts on the brake, something inside us resists it. But when your whole being feels spacious and relaxed and like having it's going to be a breeze, and when your whole being is in alignment and is a match to what you want, then the level of friction, the level of resistance really dissolves. And then your whole body feels safe with what you want. And then there's no self-sabotage. So that's the third. The fourth thing that we're working on here in the body, the last piece, is wisdom and guidance. So when you've had those three first things, your body's calibrated, it's in alignment, it's on board with what you want, and it's a match for it. Your capacity has increased, so it feels easeful, it feels nourishing, it feels gentle to have it, it feels natural to have it, and there's no resistance, there's no fear, there's no friction internally working against it. Then your wisdom and your own innate operating system starts to come on board. So the more aliveness, the more spaciousness you feel in your body towards what you want, the more clarity you start to have. And when I say that, I mean clarity in a couple ways. Clarity in terms of your brain now has clarity as to what your intention is. It knows what you're in the process of creating. But clarity also in terms of, it's like your body starts to communicate to your brain ideas, innovative ways of thinking, things you can try, experiments, people to connect with, and you actually start just naturally, you start to get a path forward towards your goal. But you don't have that until you have the first three. So this is the core of what it looks like to essentially create abundance from your body, to create a path to a deeply nourishing, joyful, easeful, and prosperous way of living and growing and being in business for those of you who are entrepreneurs. So in this work, we're focusing on expansion. We're focusing on anchoring the body in expansion. And the focus is on our internal somatic experience because the outside world will always mirror your internal reality. So if you're in contraction internally, if your goals or what you want to create feels really far away, if it feels impossible, if you feel like you don't have what it takes internally, that doubt, that resistance will mirror itself out in your world. You've heard it before. Energy follows our intention and our intention. So when you have clear intention, you have clear attention, you get more of what you're focusing on, and you're able to start to create what you want. When your brain and your body are on board, and when they can start to perceive in a somatic, embodied sense what it is that you want, then you're able to receive it. So you can't receive what you can't perceive. If your body, your brain can't see a way there, if it doesn't feel real for them, if it doesn't feel natural in here, then you won't be able to receive it. Which is why so much of our work around receivership is about relaxing, is about trust. It's about spaciousness and that calibration piece to what you want. So now you can see the importance of getting your body on board. And like just as an exercise for this first part one of the things you can do here just to get a sense of it is if you think of a goal that you have or something you want to create, and you look in your body, like you think of that goal, and then you look in your body, where do you feel a yes in your body? Where do you feel a sense of excitement, a sense of certainty, a sense of joy and aliveness and spaciousness and peace around what you want? And where do you feel like a no? Maybe your body goes numb. Maybe you feel a tightness. Maybe it feels heavy. Like just that exercise is going to allow you to see to what degree you're actually really calibrated for what you want, to what degree you're actually a match and in alignment with what you want, and the degree of your capacity, your body's capacity to create it, to receive it, and to hold it. So if you can feel like you think of your goal and there's not a whole lot of aliveness, or on the contrary, like you can feel like tension in your throat and tension in your gut, like, or it feels kind of heavy, or it feels confusing, like there's a sense of confusion, what you're seeing here is you're seeing your body essentially like a thermostat telling you how aligned you are or not. It's information. Now, the more you can feel that, yes, you can feel that sense of peace, that sense of aliveness, that sense of spaciousness, the more you should be able to ask your body, okay, what's my next step? How do you want to move? How do you want to take action towards that goal? And the less resistance, the less frictions, the less sabotage, the less hard things are going to be in terms of achieving your goal. So this is part one today. This is the introduction. Now you have a sense of the importance of getting your body on board and exactly all the different things that you're working on in your body to reclaim that spaciousness, that openness, that aliveness, that sense of wisdom inside you, and make your body an active partner in your business and in your path, essentially your path forward. Now, through this series in part 2 to 6, I'm going to take you deeper into 4 specific areas of the Boundless Body, Boundless Money protocol. And then the last part 6 will be actually, I'm going to give you a bunch of simple practices that you can take to really start to embody these 4 levels of the protocol. So I want to give you now, before I let you go, a brief intro as to what we're going to be doing in this series. I'm looking at my notes. I have something here. I don't know what I was trying to say. So in part 2, I'm just going to skip whatever nonsense I had written down. But in part 2, what we're going to do next video, we're going to dive in awakening and amplifying pleasure. I call that the pleasure portal in your body. And essentially, we're going to look at how increasing your capacity to receive more quantifiably, in terms of quantity, is directly related to the quality of your receiving. So essentially, what you have to do is you have to make achieving more, receiving more feel really good in your body rather than feeling heavy and scary. So we're going to dive deep into the pleasure portal and how pleasure is actually the gateway to more. In part 3, we're going to really go deeply in how you start to release resistance in the body. We're going to talk about soothing and dissolving chronic tension, contractions that are held in your body, oftentimes from the past. Sometimes these things are a legacy from your lineage, from your family of origin. And we're going to talk about how resistance is the antithesis, the nemesis to receiving, and the process of essentially relaxing all of that, so that you are not bracing against and resisting what it is that you want. So here we are going to be teaching the body to move from contraction and bracing to expansion and embracing. So that's part 3. And I call that the peace portal, by the way. Essentially, pleasure is a portal to more, and peace is also a portal to more. In part 4, it's all about capacity and spaciousness. And here we're going to talk about essentially how to expand you as a container, how to increase your capacity, both somatically and in terms of your identity, so that you can receive and hold more, because you can only receive as big as you are. And then in part 5, we're going to really dial in this concept of wisdom, of what I call soma speak, like getting your body to be truly a partner on your path, either a life partner, a business partner, and essentially how to activate, and the importance of activating your body's genius, your body's wisdom, so that your body becomes your own personal oracle. And it starts to let you know exactly what it is that you need to do to up level your results, to have more joy in your life and in the process of growth. Your body, for me, is a direct connection to your soul. It knows your highest values. It knows what you're really here to do, what you're really the truest purpose. And it will always let you know when you're trying to achieve something in a way that's out of integrity and out of alignment with your soul purpose, with your highest level of sacred work, essentially. So through this last piece in part 5, we are really discovering, one, what is holding you back, and also what are the actions, the steps to take to collapse time and space between where you're at and where you want to be. And then finally, as I stated in part 6, I'm going to do a brief recap of these 4 steps, and I'm going to give you some specific exercises, some specific practices that you can use in your day-to-day life to activate boundlessness in your body and in your money. So that's today's part 1 training. If this work resonates with you, if you can see how you've been trying to grow from up here and you've been leaving the body out of it, and at this point it's not working and you need a different way, you need your nervous system to come on board, you need your body to be a partner to you in your expansion, and you would like to go deeper in this work, then I want to invite you to join the expansion experience during this March Money and Miracle special. And you can find all the details to this in the description of this training. In the Somatic Mastermind, I help you create a wildly profitable, super simple, stress-free business and life with recurring income that gives you more freedom and a lot more white space so that you can actually live and enjoy your life. And I teach you how to do it all in resonance and in partnership with your nervous system and with your boundless body so that you can be in maximum flow, in maximum freedom, and you can enjoy the entirety of the process. Because expansion isn't just strategy, it's also neurology and it's identity work. And so in the expansion experience, we're essentially focusing on all 3, both in the intimate group retreats that I hold. I have 3 intimate group retreats every month where we practice together, and there's plenty of time for mentorship and questions and expansion lessons, and then also in our one-on-one time. So this is what I want you to imagine. And for a minute, you can even close your eyes and let yourself feel that in your body. This is especially, especially alive if you are an entrepreneur or a transformational leader. But imagine doubling or tripling your prices and feeling so much joy, so much clarity, so much conviction that you sell with unwavering confidence and you get one easy yes after the other because your body is so aligned that there is no friction, there is no interference, there is no resistance between you, between your offer, and between the person you're selling to. Imagine waking up every morning feeling enthused, feeling inspired, because you know exactly what to do, because your body told you to move the needle and to make sales. And there's no overwhelm, there's no second guessing yourself. Imagine having no need for any mask, any tricks. Imagine being so authentically you that you are effortlessly seen, and your ideal clients know right away that you are the one for them. Imagine having all the practices that you will ever need to become impervious to all of life's drama, all of life's bullshit, being able to essentially break free of all the shit that drains you so that you can completely eradicate self-sabotage and liberate your growth and your income from this place of absolute rootedness, absolute centeredness, absolute certainty. And then imagine creating high levels of safety, of joy, of play in your life and in your business and in your receivership, because you know exactly how to always shift your mood, how to always move your energy and your state back to a sense of excitement, motivation, and peace in minutes, no matter what life throws at you. This is what I provide in this program. the inner as well as the outer tools to essentially be in complete alignment with your goal and to create that consistent result, that consistent movement without any friction, without any self-sabotage, without all that heaviness of it has to be hard. So if this resonates with you, then let's activate what I call your 7-figure nervous system. And let's calibrate your body, your self-identity, and your business for the big life, the impact, the income that you desire. No overwhelm and no sacrifice necessary. My wish for you is that it gets to feel easeful, it gets to feel joyful and nourishing and natural all the way through. So if you want to know more about exactly what's included in the expansion experience, check the link in the description of this video. It's going to give you everything in terms of the philosophy behind it, in terms of exactly the features that are included, what you get every week, what you get every month, and the price. And just remember, from now all the way till the end of March, there is a special. It's going to be at a significant discount for this month. So if you've been thinking about working with me, now is the time to jump in. All right.